America is waking up, which means we are expanding our consciousness. As a collective, we have the power to shift and change the reality that we all experience. In this video, I am going to share different people's reaction, different people's experience on this shift. So watch this video till the end, because the last video I'm going to share with you, it's going to shock you. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe. First few videos I'm share with you are the people's reflection of their experience of other people.
Is it just me, or does it not feel like life right now isn't real? Like, it seems like everybody is going through things right now that they've never gone through before, almost as if like they can't recognize their life because everything's so different. Like, it's not really your life, or it seems so unreal. Like, things are just different. I don't know how to explain it.
One of the hardest things about being awake is the fact that most people aren't.
One of the greatest awakening moments is the moment that you realise that you cannot wake everybody up, especially when it's someone in your family. Some people, they're just not meant to wake up. That's their life path. Some people will never change. And that's the hardest thing that I think that you come to accept when you wake up, because all this crazy shit going on around you. And it's just like, am I the only sane person who can see it all? But it's not. It's because change is a choice, not a demand. And I mean, you can inspire people, you can guide them, but you cannot walk their path. Some people are just not meant to wake up.
Remember, everyone is us pushed out. So when we experience friends, family, or even coworker are acting different, that means you are changing, you are shifting, you are expanding your consciousness and awareness. 95% of the people are still in the sleeping mode. Nothing wrong with that, but everyone has their own journey. We're not here to judge, but we're here to recognize. We're here to aware. When you experience people around you are different, or you experience people in the public space are different, that means it's a reflection of your shift in consciousness.
People are so strange now. Like, they have really gotten weird. Like, if you are kind to somebody, just out the kindness of your heart, like, you're not people pleasing, you're not doing any of that, you're just kind, more than likely within the next few days or weeks, that person will turn on you. Like, it is so weird out here in this world. Like, I've never seen anything like this before. Or you just kindly like, hello, how are you? Just the vibes are so off, and it really shows you how people are just getting stranger. People are just getting weirder. People do not have God in their life. People do not fear God, and you can tell by their demeanor, you can tell that these people are actually not at peace with themselves. This message is not for everybody. So if you are offended right now, it's probably because you're one of those people. So this is not for you. But for the people that understand what I'm saying, this world is getting stranger. And the more genuine you are, the more kind you are, the more real you are, is the more you will be targeted. The more you will be targeted, the more people will they'll just find fault with you. And it's so strange. And it's like, and it honestly, like, this happens a lot in the workplace. Like, I'm so serious. Happens a lot, like, heavily in the workplace. It happens a lot, just like if you are just in a proximity with people, period. Though it's so strange out here. Like, y'all just be safe, be cautious. These people are so strange. Like, it's like everybody's avoiding people, and I don't know if it is like the pandemic that has gotten people this way. Probably the pandemic. But I know that it is just strange to be out here in this world, and working and you're a believer, I'm telling you today, you will experience persecution. And it's going to be very subtle, and it's going to be like they trying to play with you in your head like it's really not happening, but it's happening. No, like there's a lot of demonic things happening. There's a lot of people that are doing witchcraft, like, and because they don't want to see you, period. They don't want to see anybody that's peaceful. This is a big thing. If you have peace, people will be jealous of your peace. People will literally crave to have this peace, but hate you that you have peace. Because in their lives, they love to be dramaful. In their lives, they have to have drama. They have to have things stirring up. They have to. There's no way. So I'm just telling y'all today, be cautious out here. It's strange. It's a strange just environment. And there's a lot of people that's not walking around like you. There's a lot of people walking around with hate and envy and jealousy, and they covet. Like, y'all, this is an evil, wicked world. I'm telling you, it's an evil, wicked world. Open up your eyes and see. Come out from among them. Open up your eyes and see. You will see with your spiritual eyes that these people are wicked, and you can see right through them, and that's why they hate you.
You are expanding your consciousness to start aware the difference. Otherwise, you will be still in the first level of the 95% of people without questioning anything, just work, consume, and repeat. So 2020, I had a personal societal awakening. I see we have different layers in our reality for us to experience. The lockdown that we all experience, one of the group of people that experience the most up and down since 2020 is the nurse. The overwhelm in 2020 and now because of what happened to Fauci. The reason this is coming up is because our consciousness is expanding and our frequency is changing. So now we are able to tap into what is hidden from us all this time. So kudos to the nurse. And the nurse are experiencing the difference in their reality.
Y'all, I'm this from the bottom of my heart. But I don't care what you say. People are different since that respiratory virus. They're different. People are not the same. You can argue with me all day long if you want to. I don't care. I'm a nurse. I live through it. I work through it. People are not the same. I'm not exactly sure what happened, if it's PTSD, if they didn't get enough oxygen to their brain, but people are just not the same as they were back before that it came. I don't know. I don't know if it's because they were in their house for so long, they just got so used to not dealing with the public. Like I said, if it's because they didn't get enough oxygen to their brain and now they just have problems like communicating, but people are rude. They just don't know how to act no more. Have you noticed it, or is it just me? Is it just like healthcare people that we notice it more and more? But it ain't just at work that I noticed this, y'all. It's just people in general, like in public. And you can tell. You can tell the ones that have been affected. I don't know. And maybe that's not it, but there's something. It's not the same.
I'm not trying to be mean, but something is different since that pandemic. I just came across this lady's video. She was like, something's wrong. Something's not right. And she said that she was a nurse. I'm a nurse too. I get it. Let me just tell you something. It's not right. And like this nurse was saying, she said maybe people got sick and didn't have enough oxygen to their brain. People don't speak. They're not friendly. They're rude, in fact. I don't know. It's concerning. I don't even want to leave the house. I don't want to go out in the public and have to interact with people. It's so bad. Maybe people have PTSD from being in isolation for so long, scared to death. And honestly, to me, these people look like damn zombies or robots or something. I don't know. But what the hell? I'm going to give you an example. My husband and I have been talking about this for a while. We've got a grocery store near us. Stopping there all the time. We're approaching the cashier, and we're in the South. It's just typical to say, "Hey, how are you?" And that's what I do. I'm not even kidding you. Blank. They don't speak a word. They don't make eye contact. It's literally bizarre. So that happened, and that was with a guy. The cashier was a guy. A couple days later, needed something else from the store, stopped at the same store. We were coming through the line, approaching the cashier, and like I always do, I said, "Hey, how are you?" And nothing. It was a woman. I looked at my husband, and I literally laughed out loud because it is so bizarre. Something's not right. Something is not right. Something's not right.
I just went to the drive-thru and I give the lady my card and I'm like, "Here you go." Nothing, which is fine. Gives me back my card. "Thank you." Hands me my food. "Thank you. Have a good day." Not a word. Like, she did not speak a word. And this happens to me every single time that I like go through the drive-thru or I'm in the checkout line at a store, and it's only around people my age. Why are we so weird? Guys, why are we weird? Why are we acting like it's our first day on earth? I don't know why this bothers me so much, but why is it that only our age group from like 19 to 23, 24, why do y'all not know how to speak? It really drives me crazy. And I don't love small talk, but like I like to talk to like show appreciation for whatever the other person is doing for me, even if it's something small or like in their job description, and of course they're gonna do it. But like, I'm sorry that I care a little bit, and then whenever I actually make a side conversation, people look at me like I am insane, like I'm clinically insane. Like, why are you speaking to me right now? And oh my gosh, it upsets me. I don't know if it's because like I work in healthcare and like I'm just used to having side conversations and small talk and having like the social skills in that area. But guys, you 18 to like 24-year-olds, we need to do better because our brains act fried. Like, we genuinely act like this is our first day on earth.
Part of the awakening is to realize the rat race, the matrix system. We've been taught that to go to school and get a good job and make money. And once we make money, we consume, we buy, and then we work our entire life for 50, 60 years, and then we retire. And some people, unfortunately, that's including some of my friends, are not able to even enjoy their retirement because they're burned out, they're tired, or they cross over. Back in 2020, as I mentioned, I have this awakening from the programming, and that 9 to 5 is not the only grind or only way to make money.
Am I the only person like tired of the daily grind? We wake up, we sit in traffic, we try to buy nice things to at least make ourselves feel a little bit better, but we just working to pay for it. This is crazy, bro. Like, I remember when we were young, everybody was kids. You thought like when you became an adult, like you would just do anything and everything you wanted to do. You didn't think that you would just be in a matrix. This is a matrix, bro. We probably don't even know each other anymore because everybody's been worked to death. I mean, like always going to work, always like hustling, trying to make $1. And this is insane. This is literal insanity, bro. You don't even have time. Like, we making money, but we don't even have time to relax and really enjoy ourselves. Like in America, it's like you do all of this for what, like 2 weeks vacation at that. I'm not talking about my job. I like what I do. I'm just talking about in general, like America. This is freaking crazy. You literally don't have time to do anything. Like, and then like when you off of work, all you do is sleep. That's all you do. This is literal insanity, bro. And then we're doing the same thing over and over again and paying bills. And it's like we're like, all we are bill payers in America. Nobody has time. You try to reach out to friends, they're all like busy. Like they're working double shifts. This is crazy, bro. People are now getting roommates. Like, and this is supposed to be normal, and all these like super wealthy elite people, and don't get me wrong, like if you got rich, you did what you need to do to get rich. It's just what it is. I'm not a hater of the rich.
Once you experience the societal awakening, then you will start questioning everything about money. So we work and pay our taxes, right? And the Fed is printing the money. And you'll start questioning, what's the point of us paying the taxes? What's the point of them collecting the taxes? This will lead you to question everything on the politics, on the government. Money is energy. So when we work, when we pay our taxes, that's essentially we are paying our focus, attention, and energy to the elites, to the governments, to the entities. And we are enslaved into this program, and we are just burned out. We're just tired. People are start questioning, why are we paying so much taxes? Why are we paying so much energy?
Everybody else started to reach their breaking point or a boiling point. So this is starting to look like a country that I am no longer proud to have served. I've been working my entire adult life, and I have paid half or more than half back to the government in some way, shape, or form in taxes for the past 30 years. And if you don't believe me, look up everything that you have that is taxed. State income tax, federal income tax, property taxes, payroll taxes, Medicare taxes, sales taxes, everything is taxed. Everything. Is anybody else getting to a point where we feel like we cannot vote our way out of this?
One of the topics that many people are talking about these days, AI. People are afraid they're going to lose their job. People are afraid where's humanity is going to go. There's an agenda that they're shifting our consciousness into digital, into a cloud. So that being said, people are start realizing the civilian, our privacy, and the flock camera.
It finally happened to me. I went to Walmart and I walked in. I did not have my phone out. I went and I got a bottle of water and I went to the self-checkout. When I got to the self-checkout, they said, do you want to put your phone number in to get a mobile receipt? And I said, no. I clicked no. And then they said, okay. And so I said, okay. And then I paid and it said approved. And I waited for it to print my receipt. And it said on the screen, thanks, Maya. We'll send you a receipt to your phone number ending in these digits. I thought I told you, no, I don't want one. I didn't enter my phone number, but you're just like, you just know who I am. You just know who I am. You're greeting me by name when I didn't give you any indication of who I am.
Flock camera from the narrative about civilians is for our own safety. They want us to feel safe, so they put a lot of different cameras in the cities, and even the Meta glasses has a camera, right? Some people are also start seeing those flock camera in the nowhere, meaning it's not in the city, not in the busy town. They are out of nowhere for no reason.
I didn't believe it either. Somebody told me about it. I had to come out and see it for myself. And I was amazed when I finally saw it. So check this out. I am in the middle of downtown nowhere in the Ocala National Forest. It's like 2 million acres of brushes and trees and all that stuff. They log it. There's bears out here. Absolute middle of nowhere in Marion County. They have a pistol and rifle range out here. I come out to the range and this is what I find. There are freaking flock cameras. This is the entrance to the gun range. So they got you coming in. They also got you going out. The gun range is closed until 2. So there's nobody here. Now these are in the driveway to the gun range. They're not out on the road. This is only catching cars and trucks coming in the driveway to the gun range, and right there's the range.
So talk about digital reality. Social media is also a major manifestation in our reality today. Listen, many people are just glued onto the screen, on our phone, on our laptop, device, on TV, on our streaming services, right? That is part of the reason why we are encounter this AI, this digital world, because everything we are manifesting in this collected reality for everyone to experience.
Is this just me, or does anyone else struggle with this? But I feel like every day I'm just tormented by the thoughts of wanting to delete all of my social media and just disappear. My brain is so overstimulated with information, and I have notifications turned off, but it honestly doesn't matter. But then I'm like, if I delete all my social media, are people going to even reach out to me? How am I going to talk to anyone? Do those people even matter anyway? What am I going to do in my free time? I don't know what to do.
So when it comes to social media, of course, I'm like everybody, I'm using social media, but I'm using it as a tool now to help me with my business, help me to spread the awakening message like this to more people, because individuals awakening can ripple effect to the collective. So this last video I'm going to share, as I promised, it's coming from Tucker Carlson. If you don't know who's Tucker Carlson, he's a political influential commentator. And this video is his conversation with Shawn Ryan. Shawn Ryan is a former Navy SEAL hosting one of the most popular long-form podcasts these days. And they are talking about what we all experience in America, the division, the separation. They are questioning, is there a way to save America today?
I'm concerned.
We all are.
So, but you're saying that really the main problem to be addressed is not what's happening outside of us or in our political system, but what's happening inside of us. I think, as you said, we're all evil.
I think so. I don't know how to fix it, Tucker. What the fuck do I know? But I think that maybe people need to tune out a little bit and start working on themselves. Maybe for lack of a better term, just be the person you want everybody else to be. And that probably won't work. But that's what I'm going to do.
That's the only thing that will work. Be the person you want everyone else to be.
As each individual consciousness expand and influence the collective, we have the power to shift and change. Myself, I came from a community, and this community currently is experiencing a lot of fearmonger, a lot of scarcity, and somehow they seem like there's no way out. Of course, I want to help and guide other people in that community, but I also noticed that everyone has their own journey, everyone has their own experience, and when they're ready, they will experience the awakening that I experienced. So, however, I'm still here to share the message, to share my own stories, to send out this ripple effect, this signal into the collective. I made a video about what we experience is all coming from our internal world, because it's all a reflection. Everything is an inside job. So you haven't seen that video, you can click here. And again, remember to subscribe to this channel right here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.